Hello, my name is Mrs. Melanin.
And I'm Beleaf Mel.
And we're here with episode 41 of How Married Are You?
Now it's
Chocolate Baby Story Time.
You go first.
Okay, so recently, we shout out to J Diva Styles, Miss Janice, for always taking really good care of the Henry family hair.
Yeah.
So she lives in Arizona, but sometimes she comes to California, and whenever she's here, we try to just get on her schedule. And so Theo, myself, had an appointment with her to get our hair done, and while she was here, she kind of was playing around in Anaya's hair, and we were like, okay, what can we do with that? And so she ended up doing Anaya's hair. She did a little, it was a little flat twist design thing. Mm-hmm. And so it was like the first time that Anaya got her hair done, and it's I don't know, that moment for a mom is kind of like it's just so sweet. For me, when I do Anaya's hair, I just kind of do like a wash and go type style, only because I want to protect her edges, and I just don't feel like she has a lot of shrinkage. Her hair is actually pretty lengthy, but she has a lot of shrinkage because she has like a type 4C hair. But anyway, one day she woke up from her nap and she saw herself. So in her room, like her closet doors are like these large windows. Mirrors. I mean, not windows, mirrors. Mm-hmm. And so she saw herself in the mirror, and the first thing she says is, "Mommy, me beautiful." She goes, "Mommy, me hair is beautiful." And when she says me, it could either mean me, I, or my. And so in this case, it really meant my hair is beautiful. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, "Yes, baby, it is." And she goes, "Janice did it." And I was like, "Yeah, she did."
Yeah.
But I was sharing that to say, so recently someone accidentally sent me a message that they were trying to send to someone else about Anaya's hair. And it wasn't necessarily the nicest message, but it wasn't like completely horrible. But they were basically like judging Anaya's hair and like how I take care of it or whatever. And then today, Glen and I were looking at a video of someone, and then I found myself judging their hair, and I was like, oh my goodness, like I'm doing what that person did to Anaya to this person. And so,
but you ain't like email her.
I didn't email her, no. I did it. I just was speaking, I was just speaking about their hair care. Mm-hmm. And then I got immediately convicted, and I was like, you know what? I'm doing what that person did, did to Anaya. And so the other thing about this is Beyonce had released that song about brown skinned girl, and it's been stuck in my head all day. But the reason that I like it is because she just talks about, I don't even know what the exact lyrics are, but she just celebrates brown skinned girls, and their skin is like pearls, and their hair is sometimes nice, like pressed, or sometimes not, or whatever. She doesn't really talk specifically about the hair, but she references the hair at some point. And so I don't know, it's just something about having a daughter that makes you just more sensitive to really celebrating the beauty of a Black woman, and not just a Black woman, but women in general. But I will have to say, especially a Black woman, especially because for me, Anaya is the reason I went all natural. She's the reason I stopped pressing my hair. Not to say that if you press, Lord have mercy, I'm just talking myself into it.
I don't know. I mean, the song is cool. I'm not really a big fan of the song.
Yeah.
I like what it means,
yeah.
But we've been on that brown skin love. We've been celebrating brown and dark skinned people.
But I'm just saying, all at once, these things are reminding me that it's really important to affirm Anaya like, because we always affirm her. We always tell her how beautiful she is and how beautiful her hair is and how smart she is and whatnot and so forth. But I think that is just as applicable with like all brown skin women, girls, boys.
Yeah. I just want to say for the record, I've been on that. I've been celebrating. What y'all know about melanin popping?
Go look up Melanin Poppin' by Beleaf Mel.
Don't play me. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, I don't want it to be like, now that Beyonce said it's cool and we on this like, nah, we've been on that.
Yeah.
Like, that's been the whole movement for years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
I don't know. I was just saying it to say,
shrinking.
You know, I know, guys, we still like, we tried to buy this chair for Glen, but it's out of stock, so we have to find another chair that.
Well, now I'm out of the shot.
You're too tall. Anywho, what's your
chocolate baby story time? Yeah. I took the boys to Comic-Con. There is a supporter of ours who is on like one of those like DC shows. And she's like a superhero. She plays a superhero on the show. And she like she just hooked us up with tickets. And so we got these tickets, and at first they were like, these kids need children's tickets, and we had to go like register. So then we almost didn't get in because they were like, these aren't your tickets. And I was like, yeah, somebody gave them to me. They were like, did you, like, you know, that I could have stolen them. But the kids were super cute, so they were really nice. And so like I had to show them the email where the lady was like, yo, I want to give you these tickets, you know what I mean? And so we ended up getting in, and we just saw so many superheroes and so many. We were just looking around. They were taking pictures, and Theo was way too cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, oh, you want to take a picture with Iron Man? Nah. Ryan's like, I do. And then Theo would like get in Ryan's picture, kind of like photobomb him, like from the side, like kind of look all cool or whatever. But he didn't want to be one to ask. He didn't want to be the one to seem thirsty, which shows a lot about their character. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're learning a lot, like just how they get in these situations. So yeah, it was really cool to hang out with them, have a little boys' day. We made a song about it. It was pretty fun. So yeah, that's me.
Cool. So, want to hop into words of affirmation?
Yes. Would you like to tell them what words of affirmation is?
Sure. So, words of affirmation is your opportunity to tell us what keeps you coming back to these episodes of How Married Are You? Why do you find this? Why do you invite us into your week? Let us know what things are sticking out to you, what we can continue to talk about, what you love that we talk about. I'm a little bit lost right now, so
you sleepy?
Yeah. Go ahead and so how do you share your words of affirmation? You can hit us up on the Anchor app, but we just found out that you don't even have to use the Anchor app necessarily. You can go from whatever app you're listening to us on. If you click the link in the show notes,
at the bottom,
it'll take you to the Anchor website, and you'll have to, if you don't have an account already, you'll have to create an account in order to leave a voicemail, but you don't necessarily have to have the app. So yes, that's kind of cool.
And we are waiting for your questions from the non-married people, and even from some of the married people. We might not be able to answer everything. We're not like, you know, professional like marriage counselors or anything like that, but we are interested in, you know, some of the things that you guys might be struggling with, to go on that second day of the week. Remember, now we are posting Tuesday and Thursday, so yeah, more How Married Are You coming at you.
Yeah. And so one other thing is, you can also leave us voice memos on Instagram DMs. So if you DM us at How Married Are You on Instagram, we will get those words of affirmation as well, and we will get them on the podcast. So please keep sending them in. You guys are doing such an awesome job at sending them in. We're a little bit behind these days, but we are getting them. So thank you so much.
Yep. And we're almost at 10,000 followers on Instagram. So if you aren't following the Instagram page, make sure you do that and share the How Married Are You podcast to your friends. But right now we're going to listen to the words of affirmation, and let's do it.
What we're going to do right here is go back.
Hi Glen and Yvette, my name is Yanu and I live in England, and I just wanted to say thank you for the How Married Are You podcast and give you some words of affirmation. You guys are amazing. Thank you for allowing us to be involved in your growth and allowing us to see how you pick yourself up.
Freak, y'all, and you don't stop. To the beat, y'all, and you don't stop. A freak, y'all, and you don't stop. To the beat, y'all, and you don't stop. A freak.
From the difficulties and just sharing and making me laugh. I laugh so much whenever I watch your podcasts. I have been watching Belief in Fatherhood for a while. I'm grateful for everything that you guys do. You really do make a difference, and I'm excited to see what God has for you in the future. All the best and lots of love. See ya.
Yanu, that was so sweet. Thank you so much. Yes, and cool thing about Yanu is that she's actually a Patreon supporter.
Yeah.
So if you're on Patreon, there's a plethora of things you get early and access to that no one else gets access to. It's just a way for you to get a little bit more of a bang for your buck. You may subscribe to certain things that you love, like Netflix or Hulu, and this is a way to subscribe to us and just get that extra touch of care, because we share so much more intimate moments. We actually create exclusive content for Patreon only. So at $5 you get 2 exclusive episodes a month. At $10 a month you get 4 exclusive episodes, and that can be a wide range of things, but we did upload the birth story, like full like documentary last month, and the rebirth story at $5. This month we have a Frank episode coming out, which is a kid show that I have. We have Extreme Family Day. We had this crazy water balloon fight. It was so amazing and fun. I'll show a little clip right now, but it was so dope. And what other episode do we have?
Oh, the kids' feelings about Uzi.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So how the kids feel now that their brother's here.
Yeah.
How are they reacting and how they're dealing with is things changing in the house. But there's an honest perspective that we don't get to talk to the kids. Like the kids would never tell us this, but they told Zach. So it was very interesting. And so you got our reaction to that. And for those of you who know me from music, I am putting out an exclusive album on Patreon. It drops at the end of the month. And so if you've ever been a fan of the music that I've done, I've never put down the pen or put down the mic. I just kind of like had to change the focus. And I'm sure that you guys can see the glow up. You can see the metamorphosis happening right in front of you. But yeah, so yeah, but let's just go ahead and hop into this topic.
Yes.
Because Yvette has a topic and she has an outline, and let's do this.
So the thing is, like, I feel like this, we were just talking to my mom about this today, about how like we're just exhausted. And we realized that we experienced a lot of life changes in the span of a month or two. You know, we packed up a house, bought a house. Well, we sold a house, packed up a house, bought a house, moved into a house, kind of unpacked the house mostly, had a baby. And now we have to buy a car. And it's just a lot of adulting. And so, and like Glen, like within all of those things happening, he still have to maintain like work, like upload videos, fulfill brand deals, go to speaking engagements, do this, that, and the other. And so this whole thing about like balance has been coming up. Like, how do we balance it all? And I think that's a question that I think we both get. Like in my DMs on Instagram, a lot of people will ask me about that. I feel like people will ask Glen about that as well. And I think actually Glen this week is going away to speak on that. Or
did.
Glen went away to speak on that.
Yeah.
But so today I kind of just wanted to talk about balance. I have a quote from Albert Einstein that I wanted to use to spark the conversation. But Albert Einstein says, life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. And
sounds terrible.
But like, I feel like a lot of people say like there are also quotes out there that say things like, You just need to balance. You just need to like
just gotta find moderation and balance. Yeah, they treat balance like it's this like it's very like it's like it's weird. It's
mystical.
Like like it's like, what does that really mean? What does balance really mean? Is that realistic? Because I think from the outside looking in, people would look at us and be like, well, they look like they're in love and they're really productive and he's getting a lot of success and the kids are so cute and they love their dad and they get along and they are doing it right. And it's like, man, I went to VidCon a few weeks ago and I saw all these successful YouTubers and Instagram people and all these people, and everybody was overwhelmed. Everybody was stressed out. It wasn't like, it just was like we were all there and we all provided service to other people, and people think that we have balance, but we don't, you know? And so I don't think balance is realistic.
But okay, so he said, so I just kind of want to go back to the quote because I don't know.
Okay, sorry, I'm moving way too fast.
Yeah, so he said, life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. So do you hear what he's saying? Because I kind of agree. Like, on a bicycle, I don't even know if you're actually ever really balanced. I don't know what I'm thinking about, but for me, I think I've come to the realization that some things are just not, I'm going to drop the ball in some areas. But just because a ball is being dropped in one area doesn't mean I can't keep picking up balls in other areas, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, we still have to get stuff done. Like, stuff still has to get done. For example, our home birth. So we have a crazy kind of insurance. We got to figure out this whole insurance situation. But
insurance sponsorships, we're looking out for you if you got one. Let us know.
So basically we have Christian Healthcare Ministries, and they will actually reimburse us for the home birth. So for the home birth, we had to pay the cost up front, but Christian Healthcare Ministries will
How much was it?
It was like
that's a question people ask, so let's tell them.
It was like it was a little over $6,000. And so anyways, we had to pay for the home birth, and we can totally get it reimbursed, but I have not uploaded the documents to our healthcare place in order to even start the process for getting that reimbursed. And I know Glen's probably like, okay, Yvette, like, when we gonna get that money back or whatever. But at the same time, like, I got other things I'm trying to do around here. Like, I'm trying to manage other things, you know? And so it's like, I know that this is something that I have to do, but there are other things that I have to do as well that are getting done. And I know that that's something that's important, but it's like, I just got to kind of keep on moving. Like, and I'm getting other stuff done too, you know? I don't know. I just feel like it was a very good point.
I mean, this is the thing. Like, I think that when people say you got to have work-life balance, I think that means that you're supposed to be successful and that other people should be happy. And I just don't think that's true. Like, okay, right. So my job, right, I'm supposed to have like a balance where, you know, it looks different for everyone else, right? So people who work in an office, like, they work and then they come home and then they divorce their job and they stay home and work, you know what I mean, and be a family person, you know? And then on the weekends, they're able to be a family person or whatever, and they go on their vacations. Like, it seems like it's a good balance. But when you're an entrepreneur, it's different, especially starting off, because there has to be some type of machine that moves you, right? And I'm the machine, right? Some people work for a company, and that's a machine. I'm the machine. So, like, all of my source and my power, my strength, like, all comes from God. Like, I'm the like, I'm the ignition, I'm the turnkey, the engine or whatever. So it looks different for us. Like, what balance looks like is different for us. And so at some point, like, I think realistically, it's more like juggling, right? Because some things you're holding on to, and you're allowing yourself to like have care over this one thing, and you toss that thing up, and that operates on a like the physics of it goes up, you know what I'm saying, and it moves by itself in like some momentum trajectory, and then it starts to decline. You have to catch it again, and then you have to throw it up again, and you have to hold something else. So it's like juggling 3 balls. I love what Pat says, which is, you know, everyone has to balance 3 things: marriage, mission, marketplace, or marriage, ministry, marketplace, you know. And so when I say marriage, that's family life. When I say marketplace, that's work life. When I say ministry, that's something that you're called to do above who you actually are and what you're actually getting paid to do, you know, a type of people you're called to. And you're going to drop the ball. It's just realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I don't think balance, I think like, especially in this stage of our life, it's almost not possible.
I completely agree, because I'm like I'm looking at our 4 kids, and like, for example, right now I'm feeling like Uzi, I mean, mind you, he's a newborn baby.
Let me just check on him for a second, but go ahead, keep talking.
Okay. Uzi, mind you, he's a newborn baby, and so there's just a lot of things that he needs as a baby. Like he can't go to the bathroom by himself. He can't express to me, I'm crying because I'm hungry, or I'm crying because I need my diaper change, or I'm crying because I really just want to hang out with you, or, you know, whatever. And so the kids my other kids do have the ability to communicate those things to me better than Uzi can. And so a lot of times Uzi gets more of my attention than they do. Or like, I will tell the kids, like, you need to wait because I'm trying to nurse the baby, or can you wait until I get the baby to sleep, or, you know, or whatever. And so I'm looking at them, and sometimes they walk away from me just super like discouraged or heartbroken, and it makes me feel so bad.
Tell them what happened when I went to VidCon. So
Glen went to VidCon and left me. I mean, he didn't leave me. Glen went to VidCon. The original plan was for all of the family to go to VidCon, but I think it was like the week before. I was like, I just don't think that's a good idea, because I think Uzi was 2 weeks old, if that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just don't want to. There's just something about being able to whip your boob out and nurse your baby without having to like cover up and feel self-conscious and feel bad about making other people feel uncomfortable, you know.
You were still bleeding.
I was still bleeding. I'm still healing. Someone, Brandy had said that, she's like, you have a placenta-sized wound in your uterus. And I think that because like there's just an adrenaline rush after birth. I don't know if all women have it, but after I have it, it's just kind of like, oh, I feel good. Like I can do whatever. And so you kind of forget that your insides actually do need to heal. And so I think that I just was, you know, feeling like whatever. I didn't feel anything. And so I just kind of was letting myself go. And so I decided that, you know, I need to slow down and just rest. And so I was hoping Glenn could take a couple of kids, but he couldn't. And so I was left home with all 4 kids. Which was
working. I was working. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
What?
I was working. You said like you're not like telling the story, so you're saying like, oh, I was hoping he could take kids, but he couldn't. But I was like, I had like 4 panels, a keynote, all that stuff.
Oh yes.
I could not take a child.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. And so even still, that just even goes to speak to the point why I shouldn't have gone, because I don't think that I realized I would have been solely responsible for managing all 4 kids while you were doing all those things. Like, if anything, we probably would have been stuck in a hotel room. And it's like, why be stuck in a hotel room when you can be stuck at home? So anyway, there was one moment when we were sitting on the couch and Theophilus says to me, you can't handle us, huh? And I'm like, what the heck are you talking about? And I was like, what do you mean? And then he proceeded to explain to me what you can't handle. And I was like, I know what that means. I mean, like, where is this coming from? Why are you saying this? And he goes, well, because you are always like feeding the baby and putting the baby to sleep, and we watch TV. And I was like, man, that's rough. Like, to hear him say that, or to even know that he's observing that, is kind of rough, because I am that mom that likes to try to entertain her kids, sometimes a little bit extra than they need to be entertained. Like, I think the other day that we had the water fun in the backyard, I realized, like, I don't have to try so hard. Like, these kids will be sufficed with a water hose being sprayed in their face or something, you know? And so, anyway, he said that to me, and it kind of stung a little bit, because I was like, I can handle you guys. But right now it's just hard because I have a newborn baby, and I don't know.
Yeah. And I feel like that's hard too, because like the thing was like, okay, we're gonna either, like, you woke up like, yo, we're gonna take the kids to Legoland tomorrow. And I was like, all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, mom got you a ticket, we're gonna go to Legoland. You know what I mean? And so for me,
and the reason I did that was because the kids asked if we could have a family day at Legoland.
Yeah.
And so that was my point. That was the reason why I even had that idea.
Yeah. So for me, like, I don't like doing the most. I like doing like what is very
Minimal.
logical. Not minimal. Minimal. Okay, so you think I'm bare minimal? Bare minimal.
When it comes to like that kind of stuff, you don't like to, you would rather just be home and let's play board games or watch a good movie.
Yeah, I don't like.
You're a homebody.
I'm a homebody. I don't like being in the sun. I get
You don't
migraines.
want to go out.
I get migraines. I'm
to
allergic
eat.
to outside. I got very bad allergies. It's a lot. When I go outside, sneezing, I got to take medicine.
Okay, we were in the backyard, fool.
I know, but it was easy. Like, we had a lot of fun.
We had a lot of fun.
And the kids rather be in the backyard.
They did. They ended up like saying, the thing is, when we do have family time, the kids don't like for other people to be around.
Yeah.
They prefer that if we're having a family day or a family night, we're together. Like, I think one day we had a family night and we were around other people. I don't remember what we did.
And Raya was like, that don't count.
That does not count. It's like, but there were other people there, so that's not family night or whatever. And so, yeah, and like Raya, so that morning, I was like, okay, so what do you want to do? Because Glen was like, I don't want to go to Legoland. And I was like, okay, so guys, what do you want to do? And Raya Bo was like, well, I want to go to the beach or go to Legoland. And so I really wanted to go to the beach. And Raya was like, but Thea was like, but there's other people there. And then Raya was like, but we can kind of like space it out. Like, he had this whole logic about why the beach was okay. And then, you know, they discounted Legoland, of course. But I don't know. It was just interesting. Before Glen asked me to share what Theo said when he was away at VidCon, I was talking about how I was left feeling discouraged when the kids kind of walk away from me. And I'm like, because I have to tell them, hey, like, let me just get Uzi situated real quick while you do this, that, or the other. And a lot of times the kids will walk away and they will look so like distraught, like, man, you're choosing Uzi over me again, or you're choosing this kid over me again, or whatever. And so last week Glen was talking about feeling your feelings, or he mentioned feeling your feelings. And so I don't know, I just like, it's easy. Like, for me, I've been getting a little discouraged. Like, I feel like I've reached my capacity as far as with 4 kids. Like, you guys have heard me kind of talk about the possibility of a 5th child. But I don't know that there is a possibility of a 5th child, just because I want to make sure that I'm loving the kids that I have well. And, I don't want any of them to like get older, like be my age and be like, she favored this person over that person, or she paid more attention to this person and I was always the forgotten one, or whatever, you know. And I just want to make sure that I'm able to really love on my kids and tend to them and see them like they deserve to be seen. And so anyways, I was saying that to say the whole feeling your feelings thing is I feel there's a lot of mom guilt that comes with having so many kids. Not to say that I mean, there's other people with way more kids than me, but there's a lot of mom guilt that comes with that, because it's like, how do I balance the emotions of all 4 of these kids at the same time? And it's just never going to be that way. Like, there's always going to be a day where one kid probably gets less attention than the other or whatever. And hopefully eventually they grow to understand that. But I think it's just finding moments to have quality moments with them, you know, just to let them know that you do see them. And so that's kind of what I've been seeking out as far as balancing, like finding moments in the day to just really see them, look them in the eyes, give them a hug, give them a random kiss. Like, especially Theo, I feel like lately, he's just, I don't know if he's manipulating my emotions or what, but I do feel like he is dealing with something.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how to navigate through that yet.
Yeah, it's hard. And so, you know, by this time, when you hear this, I would have already taken him to New York.
Yeah.
So New York and Atlanta. So we're leaving soon or whatever. But by the time you hear this, we have already went. But I feel like that's going to be a cool opportunity for us to bond.
Mm-hmm.
But man, like and I think when you have multiple kids, it really teaches you that you just can't be everywhere.
Yeah.
You can't do everything.
Like, you're only one person.
You can't please everybody.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes it's better for them to just be quiet. Like, yo, right now, I know you have something to say, but I just need you to be quiet. Right? Because the baby sleep and I'm tired and that toy is loud and it is early, disrespectfully early. You know what I mean? Like, don't wake up before you're supposed to wake up and ask me if you can go to the bathroom. Like,
duh, you can go to the bathroom.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about?
Why are you in here?
Yeah.
And you don't know this, but Theo's been waking up at like 3:00 in the morning the past couple of days asking me to fix his head wrap, his little bonnet. It keeps coming off, and he comes in the morning and wants me to like adjust it. I'm like, you can do this.
Yeah. And so Theo is like, he knows he's not the baby.
Yeah.
But he's having baby like things happen to him. And so a part of that is like, you know, he's very highly emotionally intelligent. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like, that's something that we have to balance. Like, we can't just, and this is something I'm having a hard time with, we can't just mull over his emotion in his time of being sensitive, because if he doesn't feel it at 6, he's gonna feel it at 12. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know what you're saying.
Okay, so like, I'm like, bro, I don't have time for you to be crying because you didn't get to say,
okay,
you know, see you tomorrow. Is that your feet?
Oh my gosh.
I thought it was the baby. I'm like, what the hell? Someone's sweeping? You need lotion.
I need a weekly pedicure or a bi-weekly.
See, here you go again. With these
after it started coming out, I was like, let me take it back.
Let's put it all on the budget.
Okay.
Goodness gracious. Just throw some lotion on. Jeez. Burst Bees. Can we get a sponsorship? Goodness.
Why are you asking for sponsorships?
Because the podcast is about to be sponsored up.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, okay. So you need to be able to, like, it's inconvenient for him to act like a child, like a baby.
Especially if he's the oldest.
Yeah, like, he's the oldest. Like, I cannot deal with this. You crying because you didn't get to say goodnight to mom. You, like, first of all, you say goodnight. So he does his thing. Good night. See you tomorrow. See me wake up. See you in the morning.
I love you.
I love you.
He says all these things, and you have to respond and acknowledge every single thing.
And so I think he said, Mom, see you when you wake up.
And I said, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but he didn't hear her, and he just was like crying so hard. And I'm like, I have a hard time because I'm like, bro, how old are you? Like, I said, Theo, we have a baby. We have a 2-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 6-year-old. Which one are you? And he said the 6-year-old. I was like, well, I need you to act like it. But in that moment, I failed. I should have allowed him to just, I'm sorry, buddy, you need to, because he can't, 6, he can do it. You know
at
what I'm saying?
12,
Right,
you
but
don't
if
wanna
he
move
was
it.
if he was an only child and he said that at 6, okay, buddy, yeah, go ahead, babe. He didn't hear you. But because we have so many kids, it's inconvenient. So I'm like, look, man, I need you to go ahead and stop
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah.
So he should still be able to feel his feelings at this age, and that's hard.
Hashtag feel your feelings. I feel like that's a new.
Yeah, let's hashtag feel your feelings. Shout out to what's coming up right now. I just want to talk about this real quick. Speaking on balance, you just admitted publicly that you cannot handle 5 kids. So
I didn't say I couldn't handle it. I said that I think that it would be. I think I reached my capacity.
let's run back the tape.
No, I just said. Did I say handle? I couldn't handle it.
You said you've reached your capacity.
Exactly.
You've maxed out. Okay, so that is basically saying you can't handle 5 kids.
That's not saying I can't handle the 5 kids. That's saying I've reached capacity.
Okay. Capacity is not being able to fit more kids into your life because you can't help them out.
Okay, at this time, I can't add another toddler or young kid in my life.
All right, so this is what I want y'all to do.
Listen, no, hold on, because I just don't want to have to eat my words later. Listen to me. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I think that our kids are just super young. And I feel like this is a season, like as is everything. But you know what? Forget that. I reached capacity.
You just realize you're tired. You realize you got a baby out there. You realize. So this is what I want y'all to do.
But I am open to adopting an older kid. So, whatever.
Yeah, you by yourself with that. Listen, I want to let you guys know that if you hit the link in the description, it's a GoFundMe.
Oh
link.
my gosh, you're dumb. I'm not putting that in the no.
Excuse me, I have the password. It will be in the description. Listen.
He is not, y'all.
Listen,
Glen, you will not.
Okay, you're getting muted. Listen, guys.
I do not approve of this.
Okay, can you please be quiet?
Babe, just don't say it. Can we move on?
No. Listen, there's a link in the description for my vasectomy, guys.
Are you serious? You're not doing that.
You leave me alone.
Are you serious? Are you joking?
I'm not.
Are you serious?
It's $950.
If you want a vasectomy, you pay for it yourself.
Wait a minute. I want to see who the real ones are.
Nobody's. No, you
Can
will
you
not
please?
set up. Doesn't GoFundMe take like a percentage of the money anyway?
Yes, that's why I'm gonna tell them how much I need. Hush up.
No.
Guys, we could do this for $1,200.
Oh my gosh.
If you believe in me, if you love us, if you care about our mental health,
Lord.
this child don't know what is going on with her.
I'm so embarrassed.
She's trying to get weeklies and monthlies and all this stuff. She can't keep up. She don't know. The budget done ran out. We need a vasectomy, guys, and I need your help. So please support, guys. I want to see this happen.
Guys, if you don't, I don't even know if this is real. I feel like you're joking. Are you joking?
I'm not joking, okay?
Babe, you are not starting a GoFundMe for a vasectomy.
Yvette.
That is so silly.
It's not.
It is. Babe, if you want it, pay for it yourself. We can pay for it.
Babe, no, we can't. We haven't been getting the checks. Man, we haven't been getting the checks.
Send the checks.
Hashtag send the checks. We waiting for checks, man.
Babe, no.
You know what I'm freaking.
I'm so sorry. I love you so much.
No, excuse me.
Guys, do not do it.
And listen to me.
I do not approve
When you
of
wanted
this.
to put the registry in the daggone YouTube channel, I didn't say anything. I let you do what you
Babe,
want to do.
that's different.
Babe, that's a long list of stuff you wanted for the baby, okay?
And people had an option.
Why can't I get what I want?
Okay.
My gosh, this is my baby shower gift.
What?
New home gift. Housewarming gift. You guys, come on now. Help your boy out.
Belated
$10.
birthday gift. Belated Father's Day gift.
What did I
Happy
get for Father's
anniversary
Day?
gift.
Oh, yeah, I got something nice for Father's Day. Anyway, listen, guys, listen. That's all I want to say, guys. Link in the description now. Come on, guys. Let's do this. And I'm not, hey, listen. Now, there is a point where we can't have intercourse because you're healing. That day's coming up where we can on our anniversary, which is tomorrow.
So now everybody
Listen. Tomorrow, I'm not having unprotected sex.
What? I'm not having
Protected sex? Let me tell you something. Because I'm not taking the chance that we're gonna get pregnant.
Baby, we won't get pregnant.
Okay, and I know we're not. Guys, vasectomy. Hashtag I like it raw.
I'm so embarrassed on so many levels.
Babe, how married are you?
I'm not that married.
How married are you, babe?
I'm so married that I will pay for your vasectomy. Let me
Babe.
just pay for it.
Babe, you don't. Where's the money you got? If I got no money, you ain't got no money. What are you talking about? Where's it gonna come from? So what's happening here? Let me pay for it. Okay, what is that? That's me paying for it.
I'll sell some things. How much did you say it is?
Babe, it's
How much is it?
So I think like just straight up is $950, but then there's like taxes and a little bit of expenses and stuff.
$950, babe?
Yeah.
We can do $950.
Babe, we haven't gotten paid. We need to be able to have
So what
sex.
are you trying to do? Have a vasectomy right now today?
Yeah, I think guys.
Babe, we are not asking people to pay for that.
I'm not having a protected sex.
My goodness.
You ain't gonna get me.
Babe, how married are you?
I'm so married I ain't having protected sex. That's how married I am.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And that's just how married we are.